Do you want to hear me talk and try to tell you how it is?
Hey, Jamie here. We're going to go ahead and put this fretboard on today. There's quite a few things that you got to be ready for by the time you get to the point where you're going to put your fretboard on. Of course, one, you've got to be able to make the fretboard and have it prepared, all the slots cut correctly, and everything correctly done with that. You have to have your neck prepared so it's all planed and leveled. You've got to have your truss rod groove cut correctly and ready to put in. And I have a couple of shims here that I need to use, as I got a little wobbly in my slot towards this end, which is fine as long as you shim it up so it's tight. And what I've got going right now is I've got it lined up in the footprint that I have drawn out. Okay, and what these clamps are doing is they are holding it in place right now while I decide exactly where this fretboard needs to be, because we're going to pin it. And what we'll do is we'll put a pin here, in this fret groove here, and in this fret groove right here. And then you won't see those later when we pull the pins out, when you put the fret in. So basically, I've got the footprint from where my bridge is supposed to be. Now, this is all still can be, you know, nothing's drilled. This isn't fastened down, but this is just the idea. This is the ideal place for this to be. We'll take one last measurement. .25½. And then we'll sight down this, and we want this edge of this fretboard to sight right to the edge of this bridge, this side of the bridge, and this to sight right to this side of the bridge when we sight down this. That's looking perfect. Yeah. That will work. Okay. So what we've got here, this isn't glued, this is just clamped. This is going to help me to make sure it doesn't walk around while I do my drilling. And what I've got here is I've just got two small pins, small finish nails. And ideally, what I've got here is I've got some that kind of have grip on them. And ideally, I wouldn't want that. I kind of tried to take some of it off. But if you've got something smooth that you can take out nice and easy, that's the best. And you want to get a drill bit that's the same diameter or a little bit bigger. And drill your holes. Okay, and what I've got is I've got this kind of blocked up a little bit here to make up for the height of the clamps that are resting here on my table. I'd like to have that more stable, but at the moment I don't know if I have anything else to shim underneath there. I think we'll be okay with that right now. Oh, here we got another sanding block. Let's see if this will have a little bit more stability. Well, maybe it's too thick. Yeah, I think we're okay like this. Well, let's just try it. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more stable here. Go ahead and put this one over here. Let's just put them both on the ends. There we go. Now we're a little bit more stable. Okay. Now, one thing you want to do when you do this is you want to plan it all out. And then you want to do a dry run. For example, I have all my things here prepared. I have my clamp set over here. I have wet rags over here. I have some gloves here and that are ready. And same thing when you're doing any repairs where you're doing glue. You plan it all out. Then you rehearse it. Sometimes you rehearse it many times. I had one repair where I had repaired a neck, and there were 15 different things I had to do in order to have it all come together correctly. and I rehearsed it about 3 different times. And even then, you know, you're gonna get some surprises. That's why you rehearse it. So now we've got this set here, and it's in the footprint where I want it. So we're gonna go ahead and chuck in this tiny little drill bit here. Now, ideally, what you can do, put this in here, is sometimes, like with this fretboard, is they leave an extra little bit up here in case you want to do like a fender style nut here, and then you can use that piece of fretboard that's going to be scrap to do your drilling holes. But you got to remember to keep it within the footprint of where the nut's going to go. Otherwise, you'll have to be filling a hole out here where it'll be visible. But if it's underneath here and there's a little bit of a hole where you put your pin, that's quite fine. So let's decide just where we want to do this. I think I'm going to go here and here. Now these are just going to be locating pins. They'll be pulled out as soon as the fretboard is all clamped down. We don't want to leave them in place. So if you leave them in place, you can get the glue to set up in there. And you don't really want that. Sometimes it'd be hard to get out. Let's not put that next to that. That's all right. Okay. Got those set, and ideally, like I say, I would like to have some better pins in these, but for the moment I don't think I have anything around. Sure they'll work fine. Yeah, see, that works fine. What we're doing is we're just setting that in there. Okay, now we know where that fretboard's going to go. Okay. That's fine. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and remove these clamps. And we'll go to the next stage, which is installing the truss rod. And we kind of want to pre-set our clamps, kind of get them a little bit ready, because we're going to do a dry run. We'll do a rehearsal. And I'd like to have maybe a clamp, 1 or 2 more. And your clamps don't really matter as long as you don't have them all on one side. You got to space them around so it's being pulled evenly. All right, so you see here, our fretboard's in the place where we want it. So now we can pop this out, like so. We have these little nails that are going to go down through there. And we'll just set this right here for now. Okay, so next, I want to make sure this, I've already sanded this roughly and scuffed it up. Same with this. And this is, you want this to be perfectly level this way, and you want to have your diameter correct also, because this is a neck through body system. You get one shot, and then also you can make up that if you're a little too far down on your radius. Because a lot of times what happens is you do...
Do you want to hear me talk and try to tell you how it is?